Hey guys, it's Joe. I just wanted to make a video for you about the add-ons that I use in this game. Obviously, there's the big ones like DBM and things that you use in raids and groups and all that, but I wanted to show you some of the smaller ones that I use on a day-to-day basis that you may or may not know about. Hopefully you guys can pick out one or two that might make your lives a little easier in this game as well. First one I want to show you is called Auction Master. It is essentially the same as Auctioneer, which I used for years, but it's got several. Actually, it's got one main component to it that I like a lot, which is the fact that you can buy in bulk with it. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. You have this scanner here, and you can basically put in, like I'm putting in ember silk cloth, and I'm putting a max price of the highest I can put, just because I want to see everything on there. If you wanted to limit the price you're willing to pay, you could do that too, but in this case I want to see everything. So I hit scan, and there we go, ember silk cloth. This is what I'm seeing, and it gives you a good breakdown of the pricing. If you buy, for instance, if I bought this stack, I'd be looking at buying it for 51 gold, 80 silver at 2 gold, 59 silver a piece. But the stack is 51 gold, 80 silver. So, but the main thing for me is I buy a lot of herbs and ore and cloth, things like that in bulk. So, if I want to, I can go ahead and highlight all of these, and I'll hit buy out, and it'll go ahead and tick every one of those off and give me the options to buy them. Now in this case, obviously I don't want to do all that, but I can go ahead and highlight, say, 3 of them, and go ahead and hit buy out, and see it's going to say, sure, you want to buy it, okay, boom. In the meantime, it's being sent to my mailbox, which leads me to the next add-on I wanted to show you. Somebody mentioned issues with alts and things in comments the other day. You can see my bags are very full of a lot of transmogrifier gear that I've been getting lately, so, and a lot of other garbage for that matter. But anyway, there's our cloth that has been sent to our mailbox from the auction house. Now, again, I buy in bulk, so a lot of times my mailbox is full of stuff. Or if I put a ton of stuff on the auction house and it doesn't sell or whatever else, or even if it does, the money that sits in my bank obviously takes up all these slots and all these pages and pages of items in my mailbox. Well, the good thing is about this add-on that I'm speaking about now, Postal, is you have this open all button, which you can go ahead and you can individually select what you want to open as well. But open all, you can go ahead and just hit open all. Boom, there goes those 3 bits of cloth right into my bags. Now again, that'll work with if your whole mailbox is full. You just hit open all, it'll chuck it all in your bags. It's fantastic. It's one of the main reasons I have it. The other reason that I have it is if I wanted to send myself mail. You can see if I put in, I have a lot of characters with special characters in their names, like Deathhoof has the little thing over his A, stuff like that. I can go to, let's see, for that matter, I can go to Psi, start going to Psi, and as soon as I start typing it, it fills it in. That's one of my alts. That's my Paladin. Or I can go in here, and we can go ahead and look at people on my friends list. Guild, I mean, there's everybody in my guild I can find that way. Or my alts I can pick individually. Boom. So if I wanted to go to Baba Booey, there we go. He's filled in. No problem, because the special characters are a pain to do a lot of times. So, and I mail a lot of stuff back and forth to my alt, so this comes in extremely handy. Speaking of alts, the other one that I want to show you guys is, to me, indispensable. It's called Altoholic. I don't know how many people know about this one. I think a lot do, but I'll go over it anyway. Being I have so many alts, you can see all my alts here. What I like about it are little things, like it keeps track of my money. Now, don't make fun. I know I don't have a lot of money. I don't farm, I don't do dailies and stuff like that, so I don't have a ton of gold. In fact, I did have about 8,000, but I've spent it recently on Marty here, getting his enchants and stuff caught up, because I'm really hoping to push through Firelands now. But anyway, so you can see all that information there. You can check their achievements. You can check their bags. I can go to, my priest Vanis here, and there's the stuff that's in his bags. I mean, it's fantastic. I can check their currency. We can go to dungeon and raid, so I can see everybody's justice points and everybody's valor points, so I know where they're at. But something that really helps me out is, unfortunately, I just did this the other day, but if I want to look at who has volatiles, I can go ahead and hit volatile, and it'll show all my characters that have anything with volatile in their bags, or in their bank even. Like, see, Vanis has 4 volatile life in the bank. This says volatile earth for Baba Booey is in his bags. So if I need to gather all the stuff off of each individual alt, I know exactly where to go, and I can gather them all up. Just go straight to the alt, log in, pull it out, email it. Like a lot of the stuff, like the volatiles, I needed to make True Gold on Marty the other day, so I needed to go find some off of some alts, so I just used that to find them. It's very convenient. It shows you everything that all your characters have on you. You don't have to log in and out and keep checking bags and everything else. You can just look right on here, checks all your alts. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't know how I would live without it. Let's see. What else? We got atlasloot, but I think everybody knows about that. It still is, as much as they have the dungeon journal, atlasloot still is important. For me, in particular, like crafting the other day, I was looking for this hammer that you can get out of the Molten Front, or at least somebody can get the pattern. I wanted to have that made, so I needed to see if I had the mats and everything, and it shows the reagents there and everything else. So little stuff like that. It's still indispensable in my mind. The other add-on I want to show you is Sexy Map, which you can see down here. Obviously, default, your map goes up there, but I always wanted to try and clear up as much space for me to see and make my UI clean, so I wanted to bring that down and keep everything down below at the bottom, all my buttons and everything. And the cool thing about it is it's got a few presets you can use. Obviously, you can see mine's got kind of a druid feel with the leaves and things like that, but there's a few other ones in there that you can use as well that actually are kind of minimalist, which I like as well. Okay, guys, next add-on I want to show you actually is something that you can use in fights. It's called Ovale. You've probably seen it on my bars a lot and a lot of my videos and wondered what it was. It's these little windows here. And basically what it does is it helps you keep on track in terms of your DPS priorities. I myself am very ADD when it comes to my DPS, so sticking to making sure that I have my dots up and my rotation correct, or even adjusting a rotation in the middle of a fight for various reasons, I'm not as good at as I should be, and a lot of people out DPS me all the time. Or at least they used to. Now I'm a ton better because of an add-on like this. Plus, with as many alts as I have and as many options of DPSing I have, this helps me always stay on track on each one, just because I don't get to use them a lot. So in case I do get to DPS, this kind of helps me with my rotation, so that I'm not just trying to learn all over again in the middle of a fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and go kitty form, and you can see I got a training dummy targeted, and it's telling me to put Fairy Fire up, okay, so I go ahead and put Fairy Fire, and then the next ability comes up, so we go ahead and go with Mangle, and then Rake, get my Savage Roar up, do a little shredding, Tiger's Fury, shred again, shred, and then rip. So it's getting my bleeds going, which is very important, obviously, for a Feral Druid. That's where a lot of your damage, that's the mastery. So just go ahead and just keep doing what it says, and it'll maximize my DPS. Now this happens on all characters. The only thing that you don't get this on is healers, but otherwise even tanks. this is set up to help you in terms of priority, in terms of rotation for tanks. It's a very, very handy add-on. Again, it's not a substitute for knowing your class. Don't even think that it is. But for me, with as many alts as I have and as rarely as I DPS, it's a nice little reminder, if anything else. And it's definitely been a good training tool for me, you know, that I'll switch to an alt and I'll just be like, you know, I've never, like, for my shaman to do enhancement, I'm like, I don't know exactly what I need to do in terms of rotation. I just switched all my gear and everything. I want to try out enhancement. So I go ahead and turn this on, and it kind of shows me what spell priorities I have and how to do the rotation. You know, I could sit there and read articles and everything else and learn to a degree, but this helps a lot in terms of just getting you the priorities, because they're not my mains, they're just my alts, so I don't necessarily need to kill myself in terms of figuring out what the hell I'm doing. So this helps out a ton. So anyway, I'll back off from that. So yeah, you can see the dots and stuff still shredding and the bleed's still going. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, it's a very handy add-on. I've pushed it to a lot of people, because if you're having trouble with your DPS, it doesn't hurt to take a look at Ovale and see what it has to say. Maybe there's something you're missing in your rotation. It might not be something you want to leave on all the time. It might be just something you turn on once to kind of check yourself and see how you're doing with your rotation. But I love it. It's helped me a ton in terms of my DPS, because that is the weakest part of my game. That's why I tank and heal. But anyway, guys, I think that covers it for the most part. So yeah, I think a few people have been asking about add-ons and seen some of the add-ons in my videos, and I just wanted to cover them for you. So anyway, thanks guys, and as always, take care of yourselves.